Good morning. Hello. Hi, welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. Glad to have everybody here. Please silence your phones and any other devices that might interrupt everybody, including your significant other. Thank you. So with that in mind, we start our service every week by an acknowledgement on the land on which we are located. The Eureka Center for Spiritual Living acknowledges the land on which we gather is the ancestral territory of the Wiyot peoples. This territory extends to the communities through most of Humboldt County, and we honor the Wiyot peoples today. Okay, let's start out with our song. Donna, would you be so kind as to lead us?
Can I make that announcement?
I was going to do that later, but sure, why not?
Oh, all right. Well, because I might put it down and forget this.
Okay.
Okay, sorry for the interruption, but is there someone here named Karen Dulcent? Dulcent? Okay. No. Thank you.
It was just a survey.
Is there anyone here named Louise Bacon? Please stand and join me in our opening song. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful day. This beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful friends. My wonderful friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Donna. Okay, let's move forward with what we've got. First of all, we start out each week with a welcoming affirmation and like to shake it up a little bit, get people to know each other. I heard a song this week that had just one of the most positive lines I've ever heard. And so I thought what we would do, I'll tell you the line in a second, but we're going to read the top half together, then you're going to get up, introduce yourself to somebody else and say hi, give them some positive encouragement, a quote, whatever. Remember, you're always welcome to take quotes from the quasitivity tree or quotes from the positivity tree in the other room and add your own. But I heard the song, I think it was by Bruno Mars, and it's got a great line in it, which is, "May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows." And I thought, what a lovely line. And I've just had it running through my head over and over and over again. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. So what we're all going to do is we're going to say this part together, then you're going to get up and introduce yourself to somebody. Be friendly. Say hi. Wish them well. So together we say, we are a welcoming community where the vibration of love lifts us, the wisdom of the ages inspires us, and the science of mind teaching empowers us. And introduce yourself to someone. When I am an old woman, I shall wear purple. Oh, I'll get that too. That'll work. Now here's the part I didn't tell you. We're going to now go around the room. I'm going to start with Doug, and each one of you has to say something about the person you met. No, just kidding. You relax. You didn't know there was a pop quiz coming, did you? Okay, we have our weekly schedule is on the screen. All sorts of stuff going on over this week. Please make some time to attend if you can. They're all fun events. Speaking of events, this week is Brave Vulnerable Conversations. It's every Thursday at 10. However, this Thursday will be the last Thursday that we will be doing it for a short while. We are going to take a brief break from Brave Vulnerable Conversations. It will return, but if you can join us this Thursday, it's just a chance to sit and talk about whatever concerns you, share insights, meet some nice people. Goes from 10 to, well, last week there was just Mark and myself, so we went from about 10 to 10:07. But come on by, meet some people, have some fun, and then we're going to close it down for a little bit. Other events taking place. Better Together, featuring Anna Banana Hamilton, who is masking as Brian today in the back corner. Anyway, Anna will be performing today, I believe that is. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, today the music starts at 2. It's at the Field Brook Winery. I imagine she's out there warming up and getting ready and drinking lots of wine. So you can show up. Better Together, if you are not aware of it, Better Together is our social group. And we try and do events at least once a month, open to anybody, and we announce them, and there's usually sign-up sheets. So if you've got a fun event that you would like to do, or you think would be great for the group to go to, please let us know. It's usually Rose who puts them together. I think Angelica helps, but however you can get the message out, please, we'll be glad to share it. Is Bev here? Bev is not. Okay, so Bridge House Back. What is this with all the alliteration here today? Bridge House Backpacks. Donations are being accepted. You can see everything on the slide. We have our men's group coming up on the... Wait. This just in.
On the Bridge House, they did the filling of the backpacks last week. That picture was the people that were doing it. They were really well filled. Bev is still accepting donations toward the purchasing of all the school materials that she made. So if you saw on that slide, it said, make sure your check says for backpacks. Or if you want to give them money, you can give it to me and I'll make sure the office has it. Or give it to the office, whatever. Let people know that it's for the backpacks.
So Angelica said that we are still accepting donations for the backpacks, and you can give them to Bev or to Angelica. Okay, let's move forward with what else we have. The men's group will be Saturday the 23rd. If you identify as a man, you want to be identified as part of a group, please come. It's a great supportive network. We've got a couple of other things going on. For one, the Power of 5 Wishes. I don't know if you're familiar with the 5 Wishes program. It's basically 5 questions or, 5 wishes, cleverly entitled. And it's got to do with planning for your life in the event of those experiences that you really might not have wanted to happen. Who's going to take care of your house if you get sick? It's a great, not necessarily post-life course, but kind of cleaning up a lot of stuff that you might need to clean up at the end. Several years ago, Pamela, who's no longer with us, led a 5 Wishes seminar here, and I went to it. It was really, really helpful. I'm going to be going to this too. It's this one happens to be, you've got 2 people, just a second. This one happens to be on Zoom. It's Tuesday, 26 from 10 to 11. You would have to email Reverend Diane, who is down in San Diego area, if I remember correctly. She led the grief group originally that I attended, Angelica attended, Susan attended. That was really well done. So it's worth going. It's open to anybody. Now, Lori and then Donna.
It's also about how you like to be taken care of when you can't speak for yourself before dying.
Yeah.
Do you want to listen to music, or do you want certain foods? And then you have 2 people, at least, maybe 3, who are there to help make sure those 5 wishes come through.
So as Lori added, it's also about taking care of yourself before you pass in terms of what if something happens to you? You know, how do you want to be treated? What do you want to eat? Who do you want to administer other actions that you might not be capable of doing on your own because you can't at that point. Donna, did you wish to add?
I just know that it's online.
Yes, it is online. Okay. One might say 5 wishes is indeed the ultimate brave, vulnerable conversation. It'll really make you look at what's going on. And like I said, I'm going to go to it because I never finished the last one. It's sitting on my desk waiting to be finished. And it's just really worth taking the time to examine that. Okay, a couple more announcements. First of all, on kind of a personal level, my wife and I met here 31 years ago. We got married 25 years ago. Our anniversary will be August 27th. It'll be 25 years. You all got so much older during that time, I can't believe it. But we are opening up just a very informal, like a gathering, a party in effect. It's potluck to our friends and family. You are our family. It is potluck. It'll be on the 30th here at the center, kind of like if you were here when Lorna had her birthday. It's going to have that same kind of feel. So it'll be Saturday the 30th from 3 to 6 in the other room. And if you're going to make it, you don't have to RSVP or anything like that, but if you go, yeah, I'm definitely going to be there, or God, why would I possibly want to show up at this thing? Let us know either way so we can kind of help plan. So that is for the 30th. And we have practitioners available. A reminder of that. If you would need to talk to somebody, I'm here, no fooling. Susan's here, Michelle is here, of course, Reverend Angelica and Reverend Lynn are here. But if you'd like to talk to somebody afterwards, find out a little bit more about the philosophy, need somebody to share with, we are available for you. And then the little pantry needs to be fed. We're doing a good job of feeding our community. But we always need to keep it filled. If you can donate anything, non-perishable foods would be great. But if you can't do them today, Walk in Awe is here Mondays from noon to 4. So before we move into our theme, I just wanted, in case you did not know, Reverend Angelica is obviously back from her trip, and we have so missed you. It's nice to have you, as well as Lori and Jan and everybody else who went. But Reverend Lynn Fritz, who has been a regular speaker for us, is here today, and she will be speaking for us also. And so before I move off the platform and turn it over to Donna, who will be leading our song, and then introducing Susan, who will be doing our moment of peace, Reverend Fritz has never really had a proper introduction. She's here so much, and we all love her, and she does such a great job. So I did a little deep dive on the internet to find out about Reverend Fritz. So I've got four unknown facts about her. Reverend Fritz, at one point, jumped into an active volcano. She swam across hot lava, and she rescued a stranded kitten. That is the type of person who will be speaking to us today. The kitten now sends her holiday cards every year. That's one thing we didn't know. She once convinced a shark to go vegan. The shark now runs a kale smoothie bar in Florida. One time, Reverend Fritz, when she was working on some construction at home, she accidentally superglued her hand to a chair while fixing it. Well, instead of panicking, she carried the chair around for 3 days and somehow turned it into a motivational seminar on carrying your burdens with style. And the last thing you might not know about Reverend Fritz is in her spare time, she moonlights as a stunt double for Wonder Woman. You'll recognize her from the scene where the jet explodes, the villain runs away, and Wonder Woman still has perfect hair. That, in reality, is Reverend Lynn Fritz when she's not speaking or being Reverend Lynn Fritz. Now, welcome here. It's so great to have somebody of all of your skills. Let me introduce, who is the person who is coming up next? Donna to lead us in our song, and then Susan, and then Reverend Fritz.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
I've known Reverend Lynn a long time, and I didn't know that. That's good stuff. Slide change, please. Is that me? Oh, there we are.
It is clear to see how each day may be full of friends for me to learn from. I am
am one, I am beautiful. I am one, I am joy. I am one with the universe. I am love. And the world may be a discovery of great majesty to learn from. You are one, you are beautiful, you are one, you are joy, you are one with the universe, you are love. And the universe, such a fantasy, full of mystery to learn from. We are one, we are beautiful, we are one, we are joy, we are one with the universe, we are love.
Good morning. I guess it's staying where it is. Scott had a song running through his head. My song running through my head was a little different this past week. My sister, Nancy, who a lot of you know, has been having some physical issues. And Wednesday, she couldn't walk, and she couldn't stand. So she ended up in the hospital, and she's a lot better now. I guess I should have started off with that. She's a lot better now. They're finding some organic causes of it, and so she's on the road to recovery. She is going to need to go into a nursing home for physical therapy to get her strength back and to get her legs underneath her. But she's in great spirits, and things are going well. I was on a roller coaster this last week, and in the down periods, I kept having this thought go through my head, this phrase, and it was cracks are how the light gets in. And it gave me another way of looking at things. So I'm offering that as my contemplative today. It's from a song by Leonard Cohen called Anthem. And I'm just going to do the first stanza and then the chorus, and then there'll be a minute of silence. And Jackson will sing us into the opening prayer. So if you just kind of all settle in. Anthem. The birds, they sang at the break of day. Start again, I heard them say. Don't dwell on what has passed away or what is yet to be. Ah, the wars, they will be fought again. The holy dove, she will be caught again. Bought and sold and bought again. Ring the bells that still can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in.
in rays of sunlight and pouring rain, in laughter, joy through sorrow and pain. I see God in everything.
And God is in everything. The ups, the downs, the worries, the joy, there is always God. And I know that as we open to it, as we open our cracks and let the light and the love of God comes in, we find that we are the light and the love. We find the strength. We know that we stand strong in the Spirit because we are the Spirit. And so I know that this gathering, as we come together today, we support each other. We learn, we grow, we inspire, and we gain greater strength, greater compassion, greater caring and joy. And so I simply let this gathering unfold in its right and perfect way, knowing that each of us will find something today, some little kernel of truth, of knowledge to hang on to nurture, to have it grow. And so we grow in our consciousness, in our awareness that we are one with God. And so it is.
How can one look at a sunset or sunrise at break of dawn and never feel the Creator from which all life is born? I see God every time I turn to help someone else. I'm the one who learns that God's in everything I see, that God's in and God's in me.
And now I would like to introduce our favorite guest speaker, Reverend Lynn Fritz.
Good morning. Good morning, my people, I should say, huh? Whoops, there went someone's pen. Sorry about that. So good to be here. You remember the monthly theme this month? What is it called? Navigating change. So I'm going to ask the lights go down for the more meditative state because we're in contemplation together as well as practice. So don't you love that space? Coming together in community to experience the sacred in this community? It's powerful, isn't it? So my topic, along with the navigating change theme, is navigating life, death, and our fears. So one of the first things I want us to think about, ask yourself, how am I with change? Do I like change? Do I avoid change? I want you to think about it. How am I with change? Do I embrace it? Do I look for it? Anybody afraid of change? I'm probably the only one, huh? Well, we're on this journey, whether we're conscious of it or not, as sacred human, with the sacredness of life, also the sacredness of death. So that requires us to face our fears on this journey, no matter where we are. Have you ever heard of Anne White? I love this quote by her. She says, "We enter life with an inhale, and we exit life with an exhale. And in between, we live for those moments that take our breath away." May we live that way. Because how we decide, we know in this teaching, what we think, what we focus on, we what? We experience. We actually become. I want to share with you something at Stanford University. Have you heard of Stanford University? Those people, they did a research project, and they said, the mind can rewire the body in real time. Real time. So what's real time? Now. Just through what? Belief. Your brain isn't just observing your life, it's building it with every thought you repeat. I am healthy, I am well. I am healthy, I am well. There is peace in our planet. There is peace in our community. We are the shakers and movers of the consciousness of how we create from mindfulness. Let us not forget that. Creating change in the challenges we face in the communities today across our globe. It's very easy to shrink down, back up, move away from it. But the call really is to remember who we are and to bring that energetic field of, I know how to create peace by my consciousness, by my thoughts, by how I relate to each and every person. Each of us has that birthright, that privilege, that opportunity. So as we begin this contemplation on life and death, I want us to pause for a moment and think about a loss you have experienced, a significant loss. Sometimes, we live for those moments that take our breath away, but sometimes loss and death takes our breath away. So think of a circumstance, whether it's with a beloved other, a pet, some other loss. Just for a few seconds, I'm going to invite you to close your eyes. What is the loss I have experienced that has been significant for me? Notice what it is. It's challenging. In our culture, most employers give us 3 days off. Notice how it feels when you think about that loss. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross and David Kessler said of this, the reality is that you'll grieve forever. You will not get over the loss or the loved one parting. You'll heal. You will rebuild yourself around the loss that you've suffered. You will be whole again, but you will never be the same, nor would you want to be. So I think it's important for us to remember those losses, how they have impacted us, how they have shaped us, how they have changed us. And as we think about that, notice the emotions that come up, because emotions are part of our navigation, part of our healing process. We have to attune to them. They are a connection to each other, connection to self, connection to the sacred, the invisible, and the invisible. So notice what emotions come up for you. What are you experiencing? What emotions come up? I want to hear from you. What sadness, blessed, renewal, empty, anger, frustration, vulnerable, yeah, certainly, huh? Grief, hope, loss. Lots of different things, huh? But here's the next challenge I want us to consider today. I want us to think about our own passing. You notice the 5 wishes. I think it's important as conscious, sacred human that we remember we're here for a limited amount of time. And do we not want our journey in this lifetime that ends to be as conscious and to ask ourselves, what do I believe happens afterwards, after the passing, after I leave this physical form? What happens? I mean, it's been something I've studied lifelong. I've had a near-death experience, and I still contemplate, is there something more? I mean, I've never felt so much immense love in that moment. Many of us deal with the F word when we think about that. Not that word. The other word. What's the other word? Fear. Fear. Pardon me? Food. That's the other F word, isn't it? Fear is usually a big aspect of this. Gabriel Gabron, an amazing writer, and talks about fear. If you're comfortable, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and just listen, not only with your ears, but your heart and spirit, on fear. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the past, the path she has traveled, from the peaks of the mountains, the long winding road crossing forest and villages. And in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. To disappear forever. But there is no other way. The river cannot go back. Nobody can go back. To go back is impossible in existence. The river, this is the point, the river needs to take the risk of entering the ocean, because only then will fear disappear. Because that's where the river will know that it's about disappearing into the ocean. It's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. So anytime we experience fear, the encouragement is to move away from it or towards it. Towards it. That needs to be our spiritual practice. It's counterintuitive to the ego. But what we know to be true, all the sacred teachings say move towards it, because when we do that, we expand and enlarge, and we connect with something much greater than the individual self. We connect with the ocean. Notice what you think and feel about that. Ernest Holmes, the founder of the Science of Mind tradition, in the glossary, I always go first to the glossary. He says about death, spirit is both birthless and deathless. principle of life cannot know death. The principle of life cannot know death. The experience of dying is but laying off of the old garment and donning a new one. It is a spiritual body. So what do you think Ernest Holmes thought about death personally? You know the textbook says? Did you ever read that? Page 385, if you care. He says, I believe in the continuation of the personal life beyond the grave, in the continuity of the individual stream of consciousness with a full recollection of itself and the ability to know and to make itself known. He's talking about the afterlife, after the physical. And he says, I wish to feel when the experience of the physical death shall occur, that which I really am will continue to live beyond the grave. I wish to feel that I shall again meet those friends whose lives and influences have made me happy while on earth. Don't tell anyone, but that's my wish too. If I could not believe this, I would believe nothing in life. Life would have no meaning, and death would not be ultimately the ultimate thing unless it were long delayed. So we get to decide, what do I feel? What do I think about death and an afterlife? When we consider the journey moving towards death, sometimes there are challenges we are hesitant to face, like pain, uncertainty. That's why the fear is such a prevalent part of that. I like what one of my teachers, Chief Seattle, says. Have you ever heard this before? Death is not an ending, but a change of worlds. Sound familiar? He and Ernest must have been friends. Our dead never forgets this beautiful world that gave them being. Buddhism. We talk about what with Buddhism? Reincarnation. But death is part of the cycle of life. Natural part of the cycle of life, an inevitable part of the cycle of life. What do you think Islam teaches? Islam teaches that Allah decides when we die. Each of us is decided by Allah. When a person dies, they say they're in the grave until the day of judgment. There's some different teachings in Christianity, different aspects that teach that too. But death ends the worldly life, and then the afterlife begins. You know what Rumi said? Death is our wedding with eternity. Our wedding with eternity, yeah. So I want us to think about not knowing when this life might come to an end. We never know, do we? This could be our last breath, even sitting here, or our last day. Then how shall we live? How do we consciously go through our day? Are there things we put off doing? Are there things we've always wanted to do for ourselves? Go someplace. Tell someone how much what they did helped us. Maybe it's a teacher you had in elementary school. Maybe it's a friend who spoke a kind word in a moment of struggle. And have I done the work of forgiveness? Usually the greatest challenge is forgiving ourselves. And oftentimes people say, well, forgiveness of someone who has caused an injury to myself or others is like letting them off the hook. But it's not. Forgiveness is forgiving that circumstance and releasing it so that I am free. It's about my freedom, my healing. Have you ever noticed we all experience consequences for what we do? Some people call it karma. And some people think of karma as in the distance. There is that part, but there's also instant karma. Instant. I can remember a friend of mine saying to me one time, well, I want to be there when it shows up for them. And I said, now. So what is it? Ask ourselves, what do I think about this? What work have I put off or doing something for someone else or self? And make that commitment to do it now. I also encourage people, they put these little things in a newspaper after we leave or post it online. They're called our obituaries. I encourage us to write our own. At least make a list of what you want that obituary to include. So I want you to think about this. What would I want my obituary to say about me? Usually we get roles, mother, sister, wife. But about the qualities of this life we've led. So, epitaph, obituary. What do I want said of me? And what do I think? I think about your own celebration of life. The pictures, the words, the friends, the family. What would it be like? Because I think it's important for us to do that work. As part of our embracing change and navigating change is to do it in a mindful way. That's what the 5 wishes is about, to empower others to carry out our personal thoughts, our desires, things we want, whether we're moving towards death or after death. Sometimes we're uncomfortable with the thought of death, aren't we? Nobody's left the room, so that's a good sign. So as one of the contemplations I would like us to share together is an extraordinary song. I sent it to Ari, and Ari goes, well, that's a bummer. Then he came up after today and said, I didn't really mean that, but it was very sweet. It's a challenging song. I'm going to quickly go through the lyrics so that when you hear it, our goal is that we tune into it more than with just our ears. Mind, body, spirit. This is the lyrics. I've been thinking about dying and how it's going to be when my skin and bones give up the ghost and I finally feel my fragile soul and all I am falls into mystery. I've been thinking about after and all the folks I want to see, kind of like Ernest. My neighbor says that this is it. My daughter says we live again. Most of the time, I'm somewhere in between. Don't the question beg an answer? Don't the song beg a dancer? Don't you dare tell me that there ain't more to this, more to this. I've been seeing this life different ever since I let you go. Fragile flowers in a field, 60 stories made of steel, birds above and business deals below. Kind of the dance of life, isn't it? And I've been thinking about our lifetime like I never have before. 100 years or 100 days, 100 times, no difference, babe. Promise you, I want 100 more. Don't the question beg the answer? Don't the song beg a dancer? Don't you dare tell me there's nothing more. And don't our tears beg for laughter and promised I'd love you forever. So don't you dare tell me that there ain't more to this. There is more to this. So I invite us to close our eyes. And together we take a long, slow, deep breath in as we listen to the song and ask ourselves, where am I? A little more volume.
I've been thinking about dying and how it's gonna be. My skin and bones give up the ghost, and I finally feel my fragile soul, and all I am falling to mystery. I've been thinking about after, and all the folks I wanna see. My neighbor says that this is it, and my daughter says we live again. Most of the time I'm somewhere in between. Don't the question beg an answer? Don't a song beg a dancer? Don't you dare tell me that there ain't more to this. There's more to this. I've been seeing this life different ever since you had to go. Fragile flowers in a field, 60 stories made of steel, birds above and business deals below. And I've been thinking about our lifetime like I never had before. 100 years or 100 days, 100 times, no difference, babe. I would always want 100 more. Don't the question beg an answer? Don't a song beg a dancer? Don't you dare tell me that there ain't more to this. And don't our tears beg for laughter? I promise I'll love you forever. So don't you dare tell me that there ain't more to this. There's more to this.
Deep breath in. Relaxing exhale. Notice what you're feeling. Notice what we're thinking. How am I with this journey in this lifetime? Where are the places I need to create change, embrace change, face my fears, prepare consciously for the passing? So notice what you're feeling emotionally. What are you feeling? What are the emotions you're feeling? We all face death, don't we? Isn't it better to do it consciously? To make it a transition of love, a transition of light, transition of beauty. I think this is the most challenging topic. I remember years ago doing a television show where we had people call in and ask about death. not one phone call. It's hard, isn't it? Navigating change. Everything about this teaching says we are invited to do it consciously, mindfully, to bring spirit and have that connection and to be alive with it. So even though we're challenged, what do you think? Shall we do it? One more deep breath in. Sacred breath, and that exhale. Are you with me? Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm with you, Ari. Just kidding. Kinda. This is a little ditty that Jackson introduced to us about 400 years ago. Or yesterday. Yes. Navigating change, just go for it.
Don't navigate.
Just go for it.
Go for it. Give it everything you got. Go for it. Give it your best shot. Go for it. Give it everything you got. You may not think that you'll get too much, but you just might get a lot.
Now a hot potato and a ripe tomato once met on a sunny lot. Tomato was ripe, but she kept her cool while potato kept getting hot.
Then with a squirm, along came a worm with a ravenous appetite. He saw the potato and the ripe tomato, and he wondered which one to bite. And he said, go for it. Give it everything you got. Go for it. Give it your best shot. Go for it. Give it everything you got. You may not think that you'll get too much, but you just might get a lot.
Now along came a bird flying by when the worm was about to munch. The squirm of the worm caught his eye, and the bird came for lunch.
Well, now there sat a hungry cat by the edge of this sunny lot. Just when the bird was about to land, the cat pounced into the plot, and he said, go for it. Give it everything you got. Go for it. Go for it now. Give it your best shot. Go for it. Give it everything you got. You may not think that you'll get too much, but you just might get a lot.
Now the cat missed the bird and the bird missed the worm. He never took a bite, which left the potato and tomato alone again after the fight.
Said the potato, there's a moral, my sweet, let's not let it pass us by. Whatever you choose, win or lose, give it your best try. Keep singing, go for it. Give it everything you got. Go for it. Give it your best shot. Go for it. Go for it now. Give it everything you got. You may not think that you'll get too much, but you just might get a lot. Sing along. Go for it. Give it everything you got. Go for it. Give it your best shot. Go for it. Go for it now. Give it everything you got. You may not think that you get too much, but you just might get a lot. You may not think that you get too much, but you just might get a lot. One more time. You may not think that you'll get too much, but you just might get a lot.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you, Reverend Fritz. Maybe I just missed it, but the song that you played, which I didn't find depressing at all, I found it very uplifting, was written by and performed by, do you know? Mark Stilia? Cilia. Okay. Okay. Hilia. Never mind. It was performed by Mark. Yes, my hearing has gone for it. Okay, let's move forward. We're speaking of going for it with the sharing of our gifts. A plate is going to go around, 2 of them are, and please put in it what you can afford. But as always, don't just put the money in, and if you don't have any money, of course, still put some love into it. Give a moment to put an intention into the pot. It's not just, oh, here's my money, put it in. It's, here's my money, here's my thoughts, here's my love, and take a moment if you need to hover over it. We are in no rush, especially after what the band did last week with the music during this. Oh my God, you've got a high bar to live up to this.
I don't think we'll be able to follow up on that.
That was amazing. That was fantastic. But you,
Doug's showcase.
was that Doug's show? Oh my God. Yeah, we had people doing the twist while the band was playing the music. For those of you who weren't here, it was lively. It was fantastic. That said, we will all now say, I gratefully give from the fullness of my abundance, knowing my gift blesses this center, all in it and beyond, and so it is. Go for it. One force, one being, and it is us, and I am so grateful for that knowledge. And I know that these gifts, these donations are going out into that community, which is just us, and it is making our community, our state, our world, even our planet better because it is filled with love. And for that, there's only one word I have, and that is gratitude. I release these words into the universal law of mind, knowing they're already happening. All I must do is open my eyes and open my arms and accept them, and together we all say, and so it is. Thank you. Boy, I love listening to you guys play. I think we ought to just have the service one day where they just play for an hour and we end it by saying, and so it is. All right. We are going to, in a moment, do our statement of inclusion, and we do have time for a couple of demonstrations. I like to do the demonstrations before we move to the statement of inclusion, and then from the statement of inclusion, Donna will lead us in the closing song, which is the peace song. A reminder, if you are not familiar with the lyrics of the song, it's wiser to stand on that side of the room because the lyrics will be up here, and you won't be having to do one of these things, which you're welcome to do if you would like. That said, we would like to, is there anybody who would like to do a demonstration? And if you're new here, if you've just forgotten, if you still don't quite get the concept, a demonstration is, as Reverend Lynn mentioned, we picture something, we see it in our mind, we feel it, we believe it, and there it exists in front of us. Now, it's not like that necessarily. We get to control the result, not always the timetable. So with that in mind, is there anybody who had a demonstration? Lori, you've got one. If you'd be so kind as to share it, we'd love to hear it. I didn't get to say welcome home. Nice to have you back. Thank you.
Whispered in his ear. It was nice. A couple years ago, I was on a vacation in the San Juan Islands, and I was in this kind of cool mystical shop, and they were signing people up to have psychic readings, and I was like, oh, I've never done that. I think I'll do that, So I went back the next day, and she finished off with saying, you're gonna write a book. Now, some of you have heard this from me, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna write a book. I'm not a writer. No, never. You're gonna write a book. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then I started researching, and I'm like, I talked to Lorna, because she's our resident writing teacher, and she's like, oh, just be open to it and let the ideas flow. And so I went to Banff last week, and we were at a spiritual retreat, and in the afternoon you have your workshops, and I did my own personal workshops. 2 days I just was alone and exploring and asking, what is mine to know? And now I have 3 book ideas.
Go for it. Speaking of writing and Lorna, there is a group third Friday, I think, third Friday of every month here. Right now it's at 2:00, and it lasts about 2 hours. Lorna is the leader of it, and we write. It's not judged. You don't have to be good at it. You just write, and I find it to be really a great couple of hours because I just come up with all sorts of things I would have never thought of. You are welcome to be there. Third Friday of each month at 2:00. Anybody else have a quick demonstration? Well, I expect you to do your homework and twice as many next week, or we'll turn this center around. Okay, let's go ahead, and who would like to read our community statement of inclusion? If you haven't done it before, you get bonus points, but if you have, we'd still love to hear you. I'll do it. Thank you. And then it will be Donna after you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We, the Eureka Center for Spiritual Living, are a community that celebrates diversity, fosters inclusion, champions inner work, and creates space for brave, vulnerable conversations. We are a community that honors the unique emanation of God that each person embodies and advocates with people for human rights and dignity for all. We are a community that blesses each other, sees sacredness in all life, remains learners and listeners so that we may grow together, and understands that oneness is not sameness. And together we say, we know our beloved community is revealed more fully when we love each other well.
Thank you. Let's make a circle around the room, touch a hand, make a friend, and we'll sing the peace song together. Oh, that way, that way. Good job.
All right. We're getting better and better at making circle. Thank you. Here we go. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, loved ones all are we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.